观众朋友，大家好，欢迎收看今天的《活在5点》嘉宾访谈环节。那大家都知道，加拿大呢是一个全球最适合人类居住的国家。那到底它是不是这个“最”字呢？有待商榷。但是我知道，加拿大一定是全球就是排在前10位适合人类居住国家。那很多人呢，就是因为这个加拿大适宜人类居住而移民到加拿大。我们今天请到了我们的老朋友 Minister Koto 来跟我们探讨一下加拿大的公民，然后还有公民一些权利，我们应该如何行使。Hi, nice to meet you again, Koto.
It's nice to be here again.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're talking about the well, last time we talked about the immigration of Ontario. So what are we going to talk about today is about the citizenship.
Well, I think that's great. You know, often in the role of Minister of Citizenship and Immigration, there's a lot of focus on the immigration aspect, settlement service, but it's always good to talk about the citizenship component of our ministry. So in Ontario, we have many components, many different tools to celebrate the citizen. We have honors and awards. So like, for example, the Volunteer Service Awards, we give out 10,000 of those a year to the Order of Ontario, which is a very prestigious award. And it's really to capture the great things that are happening by individuals in the province of Ontario. And it's a big piece of it. The other piece is around the citizenship is the volunteerism. So we've got a volunteer strategy that will roll out soon within our ministry to encourage more people to volunteer and to get out there. And in fact, did you know 6 million Ontarians volunteer each year? Guess how many hours in total? Millions of hours. Take a guess.
So 6 million?
6 million people volunteer. How many hours total do you think?
Well, can I say 6 million times maybe 5?
So you're saying about 300 or 30 million hours.
Yeah.
It's actually 860 million hours that people donate of their time here in Ontario each year. So, and when it comes to financial donation, Ontario is one of the highest places. So we have the celebration of the citizen through awards. We have people in our ministry. We coordinate volunteerism, and we also look after the not-for-profit sector. So making sure that the not-for-profit sector has the tools it needs to be successful. But back to the first point, I think it's important that as communities, as they're here longer, there's different stages of the celebration of the citizenship or the participation of the citizen. You know, when people first arrive here, the number one thing is to get a job and to take care of your family, get your kids into the right school, and then it's about making sure that you have your house, you get your citizenship, and there's a next stage for the experience of someone who's who's not born in Ontario, and for all Ontarians. But I mean, I'm talking specifically about immigrants, and it's the full participation in society and honors and awards, public appointments to specific awards, getting onto volunteer boards or paid boards. This is the next level of full participation, and I think it's important that members of the Chinese community, and obviously, there's Chinese people who've been here for over 100 years, but the majority of them are within 30, 40 years. It's important that people are celebrated for their successes in the community. I think, if people can get out there and nominate people, and our website, ontario.ca/citizenship, if you go to the website, there's many different awards you can actually nominate people for their good deeds, many different awards, and I encourage people from the community to get out there and recognize the people who are making a difference in the community around them.
So speaking of the volunteer awards, you said only 1,000.
10,000 volunteer awards.
10,000 people.
Yes, that's our biggest award, most people, and that's right across the province. So I'm glad you brought that up, because if you're a not-for-profit community group, or if you're just a group that works within the community to help people, you could nominate people each year to receive the Volunteer Service Awards for the amount of time they've been volunteering. So if you've been volunteering for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, we put out the awards based on the years served, and there's also a youth award that's part of it. But there are many types of awards on our website. And it's important that community groups get out there and nominate people. And same with appointments. You know, we have, if you go to the Ontario.ca website, somewhere if you do a search for public appointments, there are so many boards that are out there that people can serve on. So I think it's important that people get out there and be recognized and also serve at the board level to ensure we continue to build a great Ontario.
Well, that's really a great point. And I mean, probably a lot of Chinese people even have no idea what is this volunteer award. So I'm going to probably, explain a little bit to them. 刚才 Kodo 说呢，就我现在安大略呢有一个奖项叫志愿者奖项，这个每年呢是有超过又有1万个志愿者可以获此奖项。那具体的内容呢，我们可以就是到Ontario.ca/citizenship 去获取更多的信息。那么就是你可以通过就是自己去填写一些个人信息，还有通过发现你周围的人，然后谁做了这些 volunteer 的 hour， 然后去提名，然后让他们有一个得奖的机会。So is that this volunteer award applies to everybody, or it applies to people who has been doing volunteers for
volunteers,
years?
But so anyone who's volunteering, working for an organization, so if it's a seniors home or if it's a cultural association or if it's any type of organization that works for the community good, they're eligible. But, we also have, for example, the Order of Ontario, which is a limited number of people, and it's the highest award, a small amount of people each year, roughly a dozen people who are singled out for their contribution to Ontario. And in fact, Helen Liu, who just recently, Mama Liu, have you heard of her before? She worked within the Chinese community to set up many different initiatives. She raised money for many different causes. And she recently passed away, but she was given the honor. And she was from in my community. She did a lot of work, and she was given the award. But this is a very prestigious award that's given out to a small amount of people. So my message to the community is this. Go onto the website, look around, and help us recognize the people that are making a difference in Ontario. It's an important thing for community, and it's an important thing for Ontario, because we know when we celebrate our citizens, we celebrate Ontario, and it's important that we continue to recognize the great work to inspire future leaders.
And also, because I'm just curious, if a person got an award once, but say he's continuing doing the community work and for so many years, and can he get it another time?
Well, there's so many different types of awards, right? There's awards for young people. There's an awards, for example, the June Callwood Award. June was a fantastic advocate for vulnerable community members. Very prestigious award that's given out each year to highlight some of the great work that people are doing. So just go onto the website, familiarize yourself with the awards that are there, and if you know someone that fits into that category, let's get them recognized.
Kodo 说呢，就是我们这个安省的移民网站上，这个信息量真的是非常的多啊！不管是有这个志愿者的奖项，还是有其他的更多的奖项，那都需要我们自己去寻找一下答案，然后看自己符合哪个奖项，或者是你看到周围的人做了很多的好事，那么他们属于哪个奖项？这样你不仅可以帮到自己，也可以帮到其他的人。So maybe you can give us a couple more examples of the awards so people can be familiar with.
Yeah, so like I said, there's so many different types of awards that exist in the province of Ontario. We have honors also. So we honor different folks who work hard to service people in Ontario. So firefighters, those who serve and protect. So there are awards that are out there for many different occupations and fields. And like I said, if you go to the website, you can actually better understand the different categories, because there are many categories. And in fact, we just launched a new award recognizing employers who are champions that recognize the importance of hiring foreign trained professionals. So this November at the Ontario Economic Summit, we will be recognizing individual champions, business champions, and folks who are foreign trained professionals themselves. We'll be recognizing the great work they do to ensure that we utilize the different foreign trained professionals, newcomers here to the province of Ontario, to help strengthen our economy. So that's going to be a great award, first ever, first of its kind, and we're pretty excited about it.
那个 Kodo 还说呢，还有一个奖项叫员工奖，是为了奖励我们从外国来的一些技工啊，或者是一些高科技人才。那给他们这个奖项呢，能够使他们就是更认识到自己的价值。那么今天呢，我们也谈了不少奖项，但是更多的内容呢，还要请您到我们的官方网站上 ontario.ca/citizenship。谢谢你今天的观看 ，Thank you so much for today.
Thank you for having me here again. I appreciate it.